Did you watch the 4th of July presentation by Trump? You know, I never used to be a Trump supporter, but the Democrats have been censoring me for exposing pedophiles and crooks, and they have been censoring so many people. Who cares what anybody thinks? Censoring somebody is the completely wrong thing to do. It's really born of fascism. So I'm not all opposed to Trump like I used to be. And in his July 4th speech, he mentioned the Space Force, and he also mentions colonizing Mars. It's all very strange because there's a lot of people who have been talking about this information, and now there's a president who is mentioning the Space Force. I think the public has the right to full information to make a decision as to whether it's true or not for themselves.
Forces, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marines, and very soon, the Space Force. Very soon, and someday soon, we will plant the American flag on Mars. It's happening.
A reference to colonizing Mars. So what does this all matter? What really matters is when people want to block the truth or the opinions or whatever it is that's going on. I think people have a right to hear the information and make their own decision. So although I haven't been following this UFO information that much, I do think it's important that if somebody wants to block or limit information, he needs to be called out. And that's what people are saying that Corey Goode is doing. Somebody who has previously released a lot of information is now moving to basically block it. Hi there, I'm Teresa and I am a system buster. I was watching this video today by James Rink, who was part of the secret space program, and he did a discussion with some other people who were part of this program, which, by the way, enslaves people through ritual and horrific torture and abuse. Really incredibly horrific experiences that are brought to these people. It often involves extracting their souls and putting their soul into a different body in a different dimension. Now, a lot of the information is kind of crazy and hard to follow, understand, and it may seem really a large question as to whether it's believable. But the point I'm making is that I do believe that information needs to be out there so people can make a decision, have their own discernment as to what they want to believe. And in this particular video, the subject comes up regarding Corey Goode, who has brought a lot of information out regarding UFOs and the secret space program and stuff like that. The point that's being made is that Corey Goode has now sold out and is actually working to block disclosure. So anytime somebody blocks information, I think it's really important to actually get the information out there. So whether you believe it or not, I do believe you have right to access to the information to make your own informed decision. So let me take you to this discussion where they cover what seems to me like the actual truth about what's going on. I do believe the point that's being made. That's why I want to bring it to you.
Should I really right now blow the cover on Corey and who he's involved with and who Corey made a deal with? Should I just really go for that right now?
Yes, please do. Please.
Is the public ready for this? Corey Goode, are you ready for this? Because now he's gonna come after me probably. But Corey Goode, everyone. All right, let's just say this. He is one of the ones that made a deal with the G20 group on the 10-year disclosure program. Let's just say that. That's
what does that mean?
Okay. Basically, the G20 group, anyone can Google it. It's basically a gathering of nations who promise a certain individual or who comes forward with any information or what have you, or even technology, free energy technology. They promise them, oh, we're gonna get this information out there. We're gonna get this free energy out there. We're gonna do this. But basically they have to end up signing a contract to say that, that they can only disclose so much because they fear that the American public can't handle the truth. They can't handle just an energy or an information dump, which is bullshit because people have been asking for this for quite some time. If people are really responding to Corey Goode, that's fine. Everyone told me, be careful. I've had this information for quite some time, okay? Everyone told me, be careful, Lindsey. You don't know if you want to say this about him. You don't know if you want to But when I found, just when James said that he was speaking about Elena, that's not right. I'm sorry. I don't. Maybe it's the Libra in me, maybe it's the super soldier in me, but you don't F with my people like that. And I'm just gonna go on the record for this. This is the first time that Alana and I have ever even spoken. And both of us being psychic, intuitives, and clairvoyant, I don't know, but tell me the last time that Corey Goode was remote viewing or reading people's thoughts and working as a clairvoyant. So anyway, with that said, I'm not going to sit back and let him bash people like that. It's just not fair.
Okay.
If you really want to know the truth, there is a 10-year disclosure program out there. It allots the G20 group, these 20 different nations, to basically take control of the disclosure program. It gives them 10 more years to harvest slaves, kidnap, and etc.
Now, what would you say to this comment from Corey Goode? Some of these people are cooking up detailed stories for attention, while others may fall under the influence of some of the voice of God technology that is floating around. I don't think most of these people are being malicious or understand how much damage they are doing to disclosure in all caps, or their fellow humans who are trying to learn and make sense out of the new information being disclosed to the public right now. Would someone like to comment?
Yeah, I would. He's being completely hypocritical. He's saying that people like us are damaging. He's holding back so much. I mean, you guys, viewers, and all three of you can look at how much he and David Wilcock were pumping out on Gaia TV when they first started. It was like 3-4 episodes a month. Now it's maybe one if you're lucky. Maybe one. Okay, so they're holding back a lot. So I don't want to hear it, and that's why they are discrediting us. That's why they're attempting to discredit people who are going full disclosure.
Yeah, and okay. I had a few emails back and forth with Corey. I actually sent him my images of the Mars base sites for the ICC and other places that I marked off on Google from my own memory. And it freaked him out. That's when he discredited me, because I actually put all of this on YouTube on my channel. And we did that in the interview, James, where Adrian remote viewed those bases. So it was an hour interview. It was one of my presentations. I asked Corey, can you corroborate any of those base locations? And he did not answer me in the email. Instead, he went after me that, like, I don't have contact with ETs, I'm a fake, I'm a liar, that I'm a danger to children, that I'm a bad influence. He leaked our private emails conversation in his document. He told me that this is private and confidential. That was the title of the email subject. And he put this on the internet himself. I'm sorry, Corey. You can't keep any private conversation actually private. You have to make an example of somebody and put out private conversations marked confidential. Parts of the email. Those are quotes from the email. He put it out there without asking my permission. I don't accept that. I'm sorry, Corey. I don't believe you.
But you have to at least agree. I mean, he's presented so much information to the public. He's actually done something good, and it's good that the Secret Space Program is finally starting to release something. So
right,
at least give him credit for that.
Yeah, James, I do agree. I do agree with that. I do give him credit for that.
I don't. I see him putting out advertising for recruitment. I don't see him doing disclosure. He has carefully, even clearly stated in some of the interviews that he's done, that he's careful to not incriminate himself. He's not touching the truth of the Secret Space Program, that it's built on kidnapping, mind torture, slavery, and turning kidnapped people into cyborgs and selling them to ETs.
Correct, Penny.
He's not saying that because he doesn't want to incriminate himself. Come on.
Right, yeah, Penny, I couldn't.
Really a kidnapped
mind-controlled person like we were.
Okay. All right. Well,
he should be found innocent anyway.
So the point these people are making is that Corey Goode is actually working to limit information and basically be blocking it. And the point that the woman in the upper left-hand corner makes, Lindsey Hooper, that the whole purpose of this contract he signed with the G20, who is the establishment that's not working for the light, the whole point of signing this contract was to give them 10 more years to continue kidnapping and slavery. These are people I believe. I don't know too much about Corey Goode, but I've never really followed him. That was my instinct on it. So may you do all your research and may you be informed and have a right to full information. And you know what? If you find that you've made a contract that you need to get out of, go to my spiritual contracts page because deals with the dark side can be canceled. Have a wonderful day.